Ski mask.
Flipping a bird, the bird is a word. I'm flipping a bird, the bird is a word. I'm flipping that bird, that police and nerds. Nothing outside the back.
We start off the season with a 2-1 series win over the Angels. Like I thought. Let's recap game 2 before we get to the game yesterday. 13-4 win. Saw Grayson Rodriguez follow up Corbin Burns' performance. 6 strong innings, 9 Ks, career high, 4 hits, 1 earned run. Home runs from Santander and Gunnar Henderson. It was a laser beam fest. I mean, we were tagging the shit out of the ball. Multiple hits over 100 miles exit velocity. That's what you like to see. But let's start off with Grayson first, because this was a important start, especially how the playoffs went last year. And he spoke to that, and that stuck with him all offseason. So I was glad that with the rough spring that he had, that he got on that bump when it counted, and he was dominant.
Yeah, I mean, Nick talked about it before. This is what you wanted to see from him, especially after what Corbin did opening day. You want to see it, Grayson. This is the type of start you need. This is good. Like I said, his first starts last year ain't go like this. So if he's going to continue to pitch like this, that 1-2 is formidable. That's what we need, especially we don't know what Bradish going to be yet, or with Bradish stats. But good job for Grayson. That's definitely a good start. You can't ask for a lot more than that. So he definitely pitched well. And then, like I said, the counts were different. Like not walking batters and getting out of situations was a little different for him. So good for him. Good start for him.
Yeah, last year, stark contrast from this year to last year. In 2 starts against the Angels last year, he had a 9.64 ERA and a 2.25 WHIP over 9 1/3 innings. So totally different start to start the year this year, with 84 pitches, 57 for strikes. Keys mentioned it. He was in a lot of pitchers' counts to where he could use that changeup and use that breaking ball. He was locating his pitches. He was pitching with confidence. Even when he got into trouble, that's when he just started to pitch better, right? He started to execute, focus, and I think that was his issue last year. When things got tough, the focus dissipated. This year, you saw him remain focused, remain poised, remain calm, and then he'd execute his pitches. He has nasty stuff. I mean, everybody knows it. The whole major leagues knows it. That's why he was the number 1 prospect. He has the stuff. Once you start trusting your stuff, you saw the results that you saw a couple games ago. And, you saw the passion too. I've never seen him that, just that passion after key outs. He was leaving it all on the field. And, I like that little rivalry that's kind of brewing between him and Corbin, because Corbin is that veteran guy that says, hey, I'm here. And, Grayson's the next guy that says, hey, I'm next, right? And they want to see, who's the top dog in the rotation, and, obviously it's Corbin, but Grayson has something to say about that. And I think he did a damn good invitation, damn good. And kudos out to him, because if he becomes the ace that was promised, the ace that we believe he could be and has the potential and talent to be, it does get very scary if you can give me a healthy Bradish as well. That is formidable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, more than formidable. So I was paying attention. I want to say 4th inning, threw a wild pitch, or it might have been the 5th inning. He threw a wild pitch, and that is the situations last year that would turn into him getting rocked. That would turn into a big inning for the other team, and he wouldn't get past 6 innings. He had two situations in that game where he was able to bounce back, get focused, and he ended the innings with strikeouts. He ended them, and that's what you want to see, because that's somebody that got better from last year. You don't want to do the same things over and over again, and you don't see that improvement. That's where you start to worry. Early on, no worries. I was pleased. We can talk about the bats now. That game, they were on it. They were seeing the ball well. I mean, everybody. It was another scored 13 runs. You scored 25 runs in the first 2 games. That's what you want to see. That's how you dominate. Yeah, we'll get to that. Well, you want to win the series. Yeah. And you know how it goes. And it might be a day game thing. I hope it's not a trend for this year, but you just got some teams that just don't play good on them Sunday games. But they were locked in. They were locked in Saturday for sure. Gunner, he's pushing for that. That jump from last year to now. And I told you about the fast start. He's the man. I'm here. He looks like the permanent leadoff guy. If you ask me, there's no need to move him. There's no need to move him. He's a tone setter at that leadoff spot.
And he got the speed. I mean, he can steal bases. He can take, like Keith said last week, take the extra 90. He's all that. You know, we talk about all his foul support, but yeah, that's his job. We really don't need to see another leadoff unless he's taking a break or something.
Right.
Yeah, and Gunner was another number one prospect. So anything he's doing now is what he's supposed to do. He's stepping into himself, and it's not like it was just some huge leap. He was the rookie of the year last year. He was nice as shit last year. You know what I mean? It's only up from here. And then they finally allowed him to stay at a stable position, and then you see the defensive wedge gems. You know what I mean? He's just a toolsy elite player. And as far as leadoff, I think that's a good spot for him too. But ideally, I would want him a couple spots down because I believe he could be a 100 RBI guy, 30 home run, 100 RBI guy. I wish we, I guess in the future we got Enrique Bradfield and some of those type of guys that will bring up with the requisite speed. I wish Jorge Mateo could actually hit because he would be a leadoff hitter. But Gunner right now, it'll do at leadoff for sure.
That's a good point you bring up. I do agree that in a perfect situation, he would be that 4 or 5 slot. He got the power to drive in runs, but right now I like him there more than Adley.
Oh yeah,
I like him there more than
100%.
Yeah,
Listen, I didn't mind Adley at leadoff. It's just a little awkward not having speed up top.
Yeah, I'm not used to my catchers. Like I'm not used to my catchers being leadoff guys. I'm just not. Chunky. Nah. 2 is fine. I'm cool with 2, 3, but leadoff. You getting everything you need outside of limiting his RBI opportunities with the speed. That was game 1 that he turned that gap into a triple. Like major leaguers don't make that into triples. Like he was going to run over Urias whether you liked it or not. I'm going to third. I'm going to third. You better get moving because I'm on my way. All right. Y'all got anything else on game 2 outside of pure dominance?
Nah, man. It was just great to see from Grayson for sure.
All right, we got game 3 of the series. Take a loss, 4-1. Tyler Wells was on a bump. He went 6. He went 6, gave up 5 hits, 4 earned runs, had 7 Ks and a home run. It just was unfortunate because he ended up retiring 12 at one point, 12 in a row, but he got rocked early on, and it was a game that even though it was 4 runs, you could see early on our bats wasn't seeing the ball well. Detmer had us swinging at all kind of ugly shit. It looked like they had just gave up. Like, yo, we got the series. It's Sunday. I want to go home. I'm not going to put that on their jacket, but that's what it looked like at the kind of balls they were swinging at. It was ridiculous. Mullins got caught. He ducking out of the box from a curveball. It was just bad. They just wasn't seeing the ball like at all. And hey, it's early on. You got the series win. I don't want to nitpick too much, but if Tyler Wells can give me everything that he gave me after the second inning, that's a formidable 1, 2, 3 until Bradridge gets back. Once he started locating that fastball, he left a couple that was like batting practice locations, like dead middle, and they weren't his highest velocity. So these are major league players too. I know the Angels suck, but if you throw any major league player 92-mile-an-hour fastball straight down the middle, he's going to send it to your fans, and that's what happened. Yeah. So once he started locating, got that fastball up, started working in his breaking ball, Angels couldn't hit it. But by that point, the damage was done, and we couldn't reciprocate that offense like we did game 1 and 2.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I agree with you. Just as far as the game, whatever. Like the most important part is you win the series. Like you can't be losing series to bumps and things. So you 2-1, you win the series. You got to raise. That's so what I'm taking. Tyler, he just got used as a stepping stone to just keep building and get better. Just don't. It ain't nothing to dwell on. Like I said, you just can't run into the early trouble. You just got to try to get them first couple innings smooth or whatever. But he'll be all right. The team will be all right. Like I said, the most important thing is you go in there and you lost 4-1 Sunday, but you really showed your dominance. Like you said, it's going 26 runs the first 2 games in the series, so you're fine. Just it is what it is. Just
get back on track tonight.
Yeah, just use them as a Tyler Wells just got to use that just to get better, and that's what as really the third or fourth starter. That's what you need to do. Just build on this and get better.
I think he had a pretty good start. The game isn't over after 2 innings.
Right.
6 innings, 7 Ks. Honestly, I'm a Tyler Wells believer because I saw him be dominant last year. I saw him be like our best pitcher for a whole entire half of the season. That's a big enough sample size for me. Obviously, he ran out of steam. But yesterday was a story about the bats, in my opinion. We just couldn't get anything going, couldn't give them any support. 4 runs given up in total shouldn't be something that we can't overcome, especially when it's done that early in the game. We just couldn't get nothing done, as far as our bats are concerned. And it's crazy. Like both games, I bet the Orioles and Rangers to not go over 9.5 runs, and both games went over 9.5 runs. As soon as I'm like, all right, I see what's going on. Now we get this shit.
Niggas
now we get 5 runs. I'm like,
Niggas be playing.
Yo, you want to know what happened to our parlay on Saturday? We had under 1.5 hits for who was that? Jory and Ward in the middle of the lineup, and they come up in the 9th inning.
No,
who we bringing in the 9th? Who was that? Jimenez? Who came in the 9th inning?
I don't know, but
Perez.
Perez.
Yeah, he was pitching like him.
Perez coming and giving hit the ball.
Give up the hits, walks. Like, this is crazy. That's some of these 1, 2, 3. They wasn't even supposed to bat again.
Yeah, they shouldn't have hit again.
It was crazy.
These niggas scored 3 runs in the 9th inning and then go to parlay right there.
Yeah. I tell you what messed me up. I had a 16 legger, and all 15 outside of Alex Correa who went fucking 0 for 5. I say, yo,
that blows me, yo. Because any other day he's going 2 for 5. Any other day he's going 2 for 5.
We had that happen with Luis Reyes last week. Like,
come on, dog.
He's done.
Come on. And he about to be. You go 0 for 5. You go 0. Like, god damn, dog.
Boba about to be on that list early too.
Yeah.
Slow.
Yeah, he got me open the day. I said, yo, y'all starting early on the bullshit.
I couldn't even be happy for my team because like Santander is coming up to bat, hitting bombs. I'm like, yo, relax. We already won. Chill. Let me win.
He smoked that shit from the right side. Like, damn, you don't even hit dominant over there. Damn.
God, damn. And he's smashing the ball. Like, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, they was on it. Yeah, they was on it. So, like I said, hopefully, it's not one of the ones where you look down 2-3 months from now and it's like, yo, these guys suck on Sundays at 1:00. But I'm gonna just give them. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask you this. So technically, it's 3 straight quality starts. I think Dean is on the mound today.
Yeah.
Would you guys look at today as an opportunity for 4 straight quality starts? Do you see Dean being able to provide that? What's your thoughts on what you think he has to provide this season? He had a decent pretty good season last year. But do we believe in him? I don't know. But
that's I guess what he just got to build, because last year he was at some point in time during the stretch when he was dominant. Like he was having a great season. Like I think it was one of the Mariner starts where he just completely shut them down. When we played him out west out there. So just keep building. But they made him the 4th starter for a reason. That so he's there. He would have been 5th, I guess, if Bradish didn't get hurt. So you gotta look at it like that. But I think Dean. He's out of all the pitchers, he's got the most fiery one. Like he's gonna get pounded after the strikeouts, whatever. So I think that fools him. I think the fact that he probably think he's better than the 4th starter is going to help him. Have success. I like Dean too. I like Dean. I like Dean what he brings to the club, what he offers to the club. He's a good 3rd or 4th starter. He should be nobody 1 or 2 at all though. I like where he's at.
Yeah, he slides perfect at 4. Perfect at 4. Stick to the ribbons and like you used to.
Yeah, take the pressure off him in a 4. Like
Yeah.
Expectations isn't as great. I think Dean is better when it's that way.
Did you guys? I think John Means had a rehab stint in AAA too. It wasn't looking good. So don't rush him up. Let him.
He is not.
Let him rehab.
All 30 of them days down there.
Drive slow, homie.
He needs every single day of that 30 down there. Boy, you give up 7 runs in 1 inning, you are getting smacked around. And you can't even take him out because he got a rehab, so he has to pitch. So it was like, oh, damn, you got to stay out here.
Was he in Norfolk? He was in Norfolk, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know they got an all-star hitting lineup down there, batting order, but 7 runs in 1 inning ain't going to cut it.
I think they ended up losing that game like 17-5. It was bad. It was a little league score. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. But on a positive
these
note,
jackets Kevin Brown and Jim Palmer got on, send us 4 of those in Nitty Gritty. These jackets is hard they wearing tonight.
yeah, because Kevin, what they did to you last year was terrible, bro.
Yeah, these jackets are
It's terrible, bro. Look at me back. It was
like
terrible.
Orioles winter joint is icy.
What a jacket.
But speaking of Norfolk, we talked about it last episode. 1 through 5 is starting caliber, and that team could probably, compete with lower level teams. And did they ever get started off to a hot start? Nick asked me the trivia question of the day, how Jackson started off the season, and he continued that way. He's been smacking the cover off the ball.
That's great. I mean, he answered all the questions. I mean, he definitely let them know that they made a mistake.
He's been
last game he was at shortstop. So my new question was,
why?
If he's supposed to be getting reps at second base, why the hell is he playing shortstop knowing damn well Gunnar and Scott Boras ain't coming up off of shortstop?
Things that make you go, huh? Why?
Just tell me the truth and say, yo, we just manipulating the service time. It's okay. Like, I respect honesty. I'd be like, you know what? I get it.
Yeah, because the left-handed thing, that couldn't have been it, because he smacked the home run off the left hand.
The first game.
First at bat. Bow. Gone. Left-handed. The exit velo was there. It's over 100. He was making plays at second. He had a bad handoff on a double play, but errors happen. I'm not gonna say he shouldn't be a major leaguer because he made an error. That shit happens. I do not care. I don't care. But I don't want to see Mateo a lot. I just don't want to see Mateo a lot starting. I don't.
Yo, where's Kowser?
Oh, huh?
Yeah, where's
especially against these righties? Like, where's Kowser at?
Now we got Austin Hayes, yo.
He needs an off day. Or O'Hearn got to start at DH over him. Like, I know what O'Hearn can do.
I know. Keep playing. Come on, man.
I want to see what Kowser can do.
Yeah, man,
don't tell me his defense. Don't tell me his defense with Austin Hayes. He has from what I remember last year, he has a better arm than Kowser, but so the fuck what? So what? That's a top.
Kowser can play multiple positions too, to where you can fit him in the lineup in more ways.
Yeah, I think High said you're gonna see him soon, something along those lines. But like, I want to see him now.
Yeah, for rest. He didn't make this team to give people a rest. I ain't like that.
I didn't like that comment because he's making Kowser out to be Ryan McKenna. And
right.
we understand there's levels to this shit. Like, you're telling me, in a couple of days, I'm sure he'll get a start. It's early in the season, and players aren't tired yet. When there's time for rest, he was a top 5 pick, yo, and he just mastered spring training. Like,
yo, we be treating him. I don't like it. Like,
put him in the lineup.
It's a capitalistic society.
Easy
fix. Stars like stars, man.
Easy fix.
Future like the future.
If you don't want to put him. If you don't want to put him in left field because Austin has a bigger arm and that's the deepest part of the field, all right, cool. Santander can DH and you put him in right. Simple.
Yeah.
Santander is smacking the cover off the ball. If you don't want to take him out the lineup, just put him at DH.
And he switches. So you don't got to worry about platooning that much unless you want to just play your averages.
So, boom, that's simple, Hyde. I don't know. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt because your punt lineup on Sunday wasn't bad. They just didn't hit the ball well, but on paper it didn't look bad. But come a week from now, 2 weeks from now, if Cowser still hasn't made a start yet, I know Nitty Gritty gonna have some questions.
Yeah,
we gonna have some questions.
How does he get acclimated and become the best player he can be? I'm sure there's a time and a place for everything, but again, his service time clock is ticking. So what we waiting for at this point? Right?
Why'd you call him up?
If we're gonna manipulate it in another way, well, his clock is ticking.
Tony Kemp bum ass getting that pan and getting that bats and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody wants to see that.
No,
nobody wants to see your rise either. Nobody wants to see your rise.
You just see your rise. Wolf to play on third, first bat of the game.
Yeah, I'm cool on that, bro.
That's
you be looking through the line. Everybody 1 for 3, 2 for 3. You might have a 3 for 3. A rise 0 for 3.
Got on because of
he did that day one too, opening day.
Got on because of error. It's crazy.
And there hasn't been any young player, at least early this season, that's underperformed. You look at the Westbergs. I love what I'm seeing from him. Gunner, Adley, Grayson. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have high pedigree players. You know, if this was somebody that didn't belong or somebody that was a 10-year long-term minor leaguer, I could get, keeping your fourth outfielder on the bench. But he has positional flexibility. He can play all three outfield spots. He can DH if necessary. Others can DH if necessary. We shouldn't be getting to the fourth game against a right-hand starter when Hayes is looking the way he's looking.
Right.
And you don't even want to tune against the right-hander. That's crazy.
Yeah, I can see if Austin was hitting 450. Cool. Bet. Understand. But if it's a defensive thing, miss me on that. Miss me on that. I ain't really trying to hear that. Same thing with your rise. Kevin Brown and Jim Palmer, I don't care about his Gold Glove from 2 years ago. I don't.
Did we make the playoffs 2 years ago?
Yeah, like I don't. I could care less.
I don't care.
I could care less about that Gold Glove from 2 years ago and why he's still here. No me importa.
You got two of the best in the yard this week though, Scobo.
Oh, boy, you know how I feel about Bobby. You know how I feel about Bobby. I was
in the league right there.
They the two best in the American League, if you ask me.
So I double play, but we'll take it. But
yeah. I'll take that because I'm an Olds fan, but I love Bobby Witt and how he approaches the game, and of course with Gunner. So that's gonna be good to see. But again, I'm expecting another series win in this. You get back to Corbin in the middle of this, so dominance. Anybody else that impressed y'all opening week on any other team?
I mean, the Pirates 4-0.
We
talked about them a little bit at the end of last year. They was kind of showing the recipes to be a team that could start taking that step. So I mean, through the first week at least, to be undefeated. I think they up on the Nationals right now too, but we see them pretty soon, so we'll get a chance to check their temperature.
And the Red Sox, they took 2 out of 3 for the Mariners. That was they said the Red Sox their season start 10 straight on the road, out west at that.
Yeah, that's shocking that Mariner. Yeah, true. Shocking the Mariners started off like that. Juan Soto, of course, we know what he is, but he looked like that was money well spent for New York. Mm-hmm. To start.
Yeah, they had a good weekend against that. What they swept the Astros?
Swept the Astros 4 straight. That's not that's impressive.
Team that they've struggled with historically too.
It's going to show you the AL East is going to be the AL East.
Yeah,
it's the first week of the season, but the AL East still look like it's going to be the goddamn AL East every single year.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. Toronto and Tampa scrapping already.
Exactly.
They scrapping already. AL East is AL East. They scrapping already. I love it.
What was the whole thing behind that? Because I saw he was late already on getting a third, and then he like overran the base and ran into somebody.
He ran into him, and I guess he felt like the dude pushed him. So the dude said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna push you. I'm gonna push you." It was a scrappy first week. I like it. That's baseball to me.
Yeah,
that's baseball to me.
They're gonna be what they were last year. It looked fun.
Mookie.
Adam Jones said baseball is a contact sport, contrary to what people believe, and we're seeing that across the first week. A lot of scrappy play.
Yeah, I don't know if we talked about it on here with the Rhys Hoskins and Jeff McNeil slide but I echoed the same sentiments Adam Jones did, and that's me playing shortstop. Move. It's his job to break up. It's his job to break up that double play by any means necessary. Jump.
They were still making fun of McNeil the next day too. Like they was picking with him the whole series.
Riss hit a damn home run to start the game off. Like, and they threw at him. And I'm not mad at that either. Mm-hmm. I'm not mad at that. Hey, if you want to make fun of my guy, say he crying, all right, I'm gonna throw behind you.
You threw at somebody before, Sco?
Huh?
You threw at somebody before?
I threw at an ump.
Allegedly.
I didn't think you threw at the ump.
Nah, bro, I threw at an ump.
We were just talking about Gunnar Henderson and his stellar play at shortstop, and he just dropped the most routine ground ball I've ever seen in my life. So I guess that means he needs more time in AAA.
Yeah, send him down. Send him down. He got service time. Send him down. Option him. But yeah. So Little League, I stole third, and the ump called me out. But I was standing up, dusting my shit off, and the ball didn't even get there yet. And he was like, out. So my father, rest in peace, Pop. So my father was arguing the call, and he threw my pops out. I said, oh, all right. I got you. A little high fastball. Old white dude right between the mask. And of course, you could get away with at 12. You could get away with that.
Like they didn't,
right? They didn't know I'm out there throwing with pops every day. Like I had good control for 12. That was on purpose. So when I put him on his ass, yo, my bad, my fault. But that was for the gang. That's hey, it's family ties, and I was safe. Learn your lesson. Make better calls. I've been thrown that too.
You told him no me porta?
Yes. What? I ain't care what no me porta. In high school, I got thrown at Patterson. Yeah. Patterson, they threw it. Dude threw it in my head in Patterson because I knocked their catch out the game because I didn't know it was a no contact sport in high school. So I fucked up. I'm on third and lost track of the count. I thought it was 3 outs and it was 2. So I start walking back. And they like, yo, it's only 2 outs. So I just gunned it. And he already had the ball. I got to displace you and that ball away from each other. And I hurt the catch and every boom at the head. And I respect it. Game is a game. I understand it. Because I was wrong. I shouldn't have hit your guy like that. And they let me have it too. They let me have it. That's my baseball. Baseball ain't finesse. It ain't finesse. If you want that if you are hugging that plate, yo, that pitch is supposed to go inside and back your ass up. Move.
Absolutely.
Move. I'm not gonna go to the outside. That's my plate too. Move. And I'm gonna move you. And if you're gonna stay there, you might catch one to the elbow, or hey, it's on you. It's on you, Playboy. It's on you. I love it. But we're gonna go to the first commercial break. Nitty Gritty.